Welcome back to the channel. As you may have noticed, I find it very hard to make a short video. They seem to drag on, and apologies for that. Today, hopefully we're going to try and fix that problem. So one of my computer design videos previously is this little Toshiba Libretto 50, and I really like this. It's really handy. Battery's flat at the moment, so I can't show it to you. But one of the problems with it is because it's so small, Toshiba was having trouble deciding what ports to include on the base unit. And basically what they've included is a PC card, PCMCI card slot, infrared, audio, and that is it. So you can't plug a mouse into this, you can't plug a screen into this, you can't plug a keyboard into this, and forget printing unless you've got an infrared printer. So when they also sold this, they sold 2 docking stations that went with it, and I haven't got either of those. At least I didn't until today. So this video is about what's in this other package, which has come to me in what looks like a small cool box. So let's open it up and have a look. Ignore my bridge computer in the background, that's just having a little rest, a little day off. So this is, in theory, another Toshiba Libretto, but with a dock station. And the reason I bought this is not because of the Libretto, which is sold as non-working, but because I really need that docking station. So let's have a look, see what's in here. It is indeed a cooler. There is 2 things stuck together and 2 more bits of packaging. I think this might be as retro as the Libretto. It's a bit grubby inside. Right, okay, so what we don't want to do is cut any of the wires. Okay, so it looks like it is a genuine Toshiba branded power supply. Looks in very good condition. I doubt this can be original, but it kind of looks a bit like it. This looks very clean for its age, and it is the right one. It's 15 volts at 2 amps, so that's the correct petite little charger for the Toshiba Libretto. So I also know what this is, just by the shape of it. It is the dedicated Toshiba Libretto floppy disk drive, and it plugs in via the PCMCI card. So that's really cool. Don't know if it's working, but we should be able to find out very quickly. So this is the Libretto that isn't working. I'm hoping, yes, that looks like it's got the dock attached to it, which is the thing I'm actually after. Yeah, I wonder what there was sticking out the back. So we've got a PS2 adapter here sticking out the back, which was something that was concerning me, that it was not flat across the back. So it's exactly the same colour grey as everything else. It might be an official Toshiba one. This is what I was saying, it's really hard to plug in a mouse to the Toshiba. So there's a serial to PS2 adapter. Hasn't got any branding on it, but I suspect it might be the original. So that's nice. And then here we have the Libretto. It's got a very grubby surface. Looks like something's been glued on the surface and then taken off. A sticker of some kind. This is a 70CT, not a 50. It comes with all the accessories, including the power supply. So when they say it doesn't work, it probably doesn't work because they've obviously tried it. But what I'm interested in is this dock, because this will also fit my 50CT. So you've got 2 screws here, and they spring out when they're fully extended. And then presumably there's some kind of catch to release. There's this one here, which looks like it's a slide, and then there's this here, which is also a slide, but in a different direction. So I don't know how to take this off, and I don't want to break it, but I'm assuming one or both of these needs to be moved. Let's have a look at the back of the working one. So that's how it connects. So it can't just slide that way. It's got to go down, hasn't it? It's got to go away from the laptop. So I'm calling it a laptop. So that end is definitely loose. There you go. Let's come away. And there we have it. So we have, this is the smaller of the 2 docks. And it's got serial, VGA, and a parallel. So if you want to print something, you need one of these. If you want to be able to connect to an external monitor, you need one of these. And if you want to put a PS2 or a serial mouse on, you need one of these. I'm aiming to get the other one as well, the big one if I can. How does this say? This slider here moves this little bit of plastic, which interfaces with this. So is that actually the card? That's the card. So this is the card eject mechanism for the PCMCI card. So that actually ejects that. That's nothing to do with attaching this. And so I'm guessing this is the catch to release. Yep, so there's two plastic catches here. And then when you press that, they come out, and then you can slide the machine down. And then obviously this is the dock connector. It doesn't weigh very much, but they're getting increasingly hard to get hold of. So I am grateful to have finally got one. It should improve the usefulness of my Libretto. The 100, the next model that was released after the 50 and then the 70, the 100 is actually a very slightly different size. So this one fits the 50 and the 70, but not the 100. So just bear that in mind if you're after one. So this is my existing working 50CT. So in theory, that should just slide on and click into place and then screw in. And it does. Perfect. It's got a slight angle to it, so it lifts the keyboard up slightly for typing. Okay, let's see if it comes off. It does. Perfect. So we'll check in a moment if it's working electrically. But let's have a quick look at this other Libretto. So as I said, it was sold as not working. The case is very grubby with glue on the top, but it's not got any broken plastic that I can see. It's got a missing screw. It's got two missing screws. That's a worrying sign. So the 70 is basically the same as the 50, but it's got a slightly faster processor. Should plug it in and see what happens. It's got a smaller battery. Actually, this might be useful as well, having the standard size battery. Can I get it out without breaking anything? There we go. Tiny little thing for a tiny little laptop, but it is smaller and more compact than the extended time battery that I've got on mine. Gives it a bit of a chin, which I don't mind, but this will be even more snug. It'll be a shame if this doesn't turn on. I suspect, because these screws have been taken out, I suspect someone has tried to fix it and it just doesn't work, which is a shame. Let's put the battery back in for now, plug it in, and see if it works. So what I'm going to do is actually use this known good power supply, in case it's the power supply that's not working. This is for a larger Toshiba, but it's the same voltage. So let's plug that in. Let's open it up. So we do actually have a power and a charge indicator, so that's nice. It's in pretty good condition on the inside as well. There's a couple of little marks in the plastic, but no cracks that I can see, which is unusual though. Quite often they do have cracks. My working one has got two cracks. It's got one here where something's obviously pressed up against the lid and cracked the plastic, and then there's another crack just down here. I've just had a thought. I've just said that there's these two empty screw holes here, so someone's been inside this, but actually that's where the dock attaches, isn't it? So they're supposed to be empty. So in fact, maybe somebody hasn't tried yet to repair this. Let's turn it on. Let's see what happens. I can hear the hard drive spinning up. I've got a power indicator. I've got a hard disk indicator. Oh, the screen's just come on. Ah. Oh, okay. So this is very interesting. So it does appear to work, but it has actually got a BIOS password. So presumably you can see that from there. Now, if you've seen any of my other videos about Toshiba laptops, you'll know that that is potentially not a problem. So this is why it's been sold as non-functional, I think, because it's got a BIOS password. But because we've got the dock, we've got access to a parallel port, and you know what that means? Paperclip time. Okay, this video is going to be longer than anticipated. Okay, there we have it. 5 minutes after playing around with a parallel port and some DuPont leads, we have bypassed the security password. So we go straight into the BIOS, password not set. So that was an easy fix. I don't know if there's an operating system on here or anything like that, so let's exit the BIOS and see what happens. So I can hear a hard drive spinning, but that doesn't mean there's an operating system on there. Success. Okay, so unlike a lot of my other videos where things go wrong, things seem to be going very right on this video. So let's see if it does actually boot up. I was thinking about it, but then it stopped. Oh no, we're carrying on. Okay, so we have a working Windows 95 installation. Just going to bypass the super tough security on Windows 95 by pressing the escape key. Seems to have Microsoft Office on there. So it looks like this might have been used in anger. Hopefully nothing personal is about to appear on the screen. Looks like we're going to control panel, yeah. Cool. Okay, so this video isn't about this laptop. This video is actually about the port replicator that's attached to this laptop. So we'll do another video on another day about this and explore what's on this hard disk. But that's a nice little surprise, isn't it? So basically, I paid what I would consider going rates for the floppy drive, the port replicator and the power supply, and essentially what I've ended up doing is getting a free Toshiba Libretto 70CT. So that is very, very welcome. Cool. The main difference between the 50 and the 70, by the way, is that the 50 has a 75 megahertz Pentium, whereas the 70CT has a 120 megahertz. It has MMX as well, so it's quite a lot faster in lots of applications, particularly where they've been optimized for MMX. Cool. And we've got that smaller battery as well. I'm seeing this as a win-win. That's it. I promised to make a short video. Hopefully that's been short enough. So there we have it. I bought a port replicator, ended up with a free Toshiba Libretto. Brilliant result. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give it a like and possibly a subscribe if you're enjoying the channel. We will be seeing some Librettos in future videos because they make great little late DOS and early Windows gaming machines if you've got enough memory. See you in the next one.